Hello besties, what's up, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Mavis Akest, and today's episode is about my story time on 37 military training school.
Jump scare.
I bought my nursing training forms back in 2022, because I gained admission and then started school in 2022. Okay, so let's rewind.
2,000 years later.
So I completed school back in SHS 2019. I stayed home for 2 years because I didn't know what to do with my life. When I completed SHS, I felt like, oh, the only thing for me was university. So I wanted to buy university forms. And then when I bought the university forms, I'm famine. So I had to stay at home for some time. I started working to get money.
Jump scare.
Because and then they won't hear me. Later on, my dad and my mom were pressuring me to go to school again to figure out what I want to do in my life. And besides, I'm the first child, so they wanted me to do something with my life, you get it? And I wanted to be in the fashion side. I wanted to go to the media school, but I'm fat. My dad was like, Uria, television stations in Sanamanamano, over in jeans, I wear them when you're Jumani. So they were like, why don't I opt for nursing? And I was like, no, nursing, like many people are doing nursing. I don't want to be a nurse and a whole lot. So they were like, okay, if you don't want to be a nurse, then why don't you try teacher training? I was like,
no, God, please, no,
I don't want to be a teacher either. So my grandma was the one who pressured me, and then I said to her, okay, fine, I would like to be a nurse now. And then my dad said, okay, since my neighbor has told us that 37 forms is out, then why don't I go to the school to go and buy their forms? And I was like, cool. And then we went to buy the nursing training forms at the school. During that time, we didn't know that it's sold at the bank as well, so we went to buy it at the school instead. And then the ICT department people helped us in filling up the forms. When I went with my Ghana card, my voter's ID card, my BASI results, my birth certificate, and then we moved straight to the ICT lab. When we moved straight to the ICT lab, they asked us that, do I have my passport picture? I was like, no. So they showed us the school's market, and then we went to take the passport picture there. I received a message from the school during my time that I've successfully filled the forms, and then we went back home. I was there again. So some few months passed, and then they sent me message to come for my entrance exams. For the entrance exams, we didn't know the venue. It wasn't stated there, but then it was stated that when we are coming, we should come with a calculator, pen, pencil, and any identification card like Ghana card or voter's ID card. So I took all along. I went with my dad for the entrance exams. I went with my dad, and then we met some people. Like I met my classmates during that time. He helped us with the formalities. Like, okay, let's go here. Like we didn't know where to go, so he was there. Like, and even after we were done with the exams, we also met people too as well. We made friends there. My dad and I, we made friends. And then after we wrote the entrance exam, so I wrote my entrance exam at the long block where it's called the midwifery block. I wrote my entrance exams there. We're a lot near also. And I was like, the school number selected the part was saying, and my tongue forms the busy. So after you wrote the entrance exam, you receive a message. If you qualify for interview, if you didn't qualify, then please, you wouldn't receive any message. I was like, cool. So at home they gave us a date that this date you have to expect a message from them. The day passed, I didn't get any message. So I was there at home doing nothing, and then my friend who was at that time in the school level 300 went to check on their notice board, and then he saw that my name was Pat. So he called me that May what pass the entrance exam. So I was like,
Ow! Jump scare!
me a message bear you, and he said, oh, that's how it is at times. At times you can't receive the message, but then your name can be posted on their notice board. So at times I tell people that if you are buying the forms and they don't receive messages, go to the school to go and check on their notice board. Yeah. So he sent me a picture. Yeah. So he went to check. He sent me a picture of my name there on the notice board. And then I think a few days later, I received a message from the school that I should come for my interview. When I'm coming, I should come along with my 150 CDs, my birth certificate, my WASI results, my Ghana card, my, I don't know, they didn't ask for testimonial, but I feel like if you have testimonial, fine. If you don't have to, don't bother. Maybe when you gain admission, you can just send it later. Yeah. And fast forward, I don't want to talk more about my interview. I feel like I'll make a separate video about it. But for now, let's talk about my experience. So I gained admission on the 11th, but then we started school on the 9th January 2022. And then first day at school, I was naive. I didn't know anybody. I went with my mom because we didn't know what to do. Like, a man sending me a message, I said, oh, when you're coming, wear this outfit or what. So I went with my house attire, and I'm ashamed if you attire. So when we went, people were wearing black and white. People were wearing the outfit we wore for interview. Yeah. So people were wearing black and white, and then I was like, why are people wearing black and white long sleeves or white short sleeves, and then pencil skirts or black skirts, and then they are down foot? I was like,
Ow! Jump scare!
so initially that means that the school sent some messages to people. Some received, some didn't receive, and I was part of the people who didn't receive message on that day that when you're coming, wear this outfit. You get it? So I went, my bum because I knew, and then one lady approached me, and the lady tied my hair for me. And then we went to the school's bookshop where we bought shoes. Hey, in the Saturday talk, boyfriend shoe, no school because we went to buy boyfriend shoe. We went to make payments for the SRC dues. We paid for entertainment fee, 70 CDs that time. We also bought some few items there as well, some books here as well. Books in the Kayan. Later, during the time we were in school, teachers were selling their own books. Others too were doing it in a PDF form. They came here. So after the first day, the next day I wore my white long sleeves and then black pencil skirts and my black down foot. That's the same outfit I wore for my interview. Yeah, so this is it. I will just display the clips there for you to see. Yeah, because it was compulsory for us to wear it. Yeah, and then our hair too was supposed to be tied. Yeah. So when we went the first week, it was full of orientation. We had to just know more about the school. The principal introduced himself to us, and teachers also introduced themselves to us. We had Deba. Yeah, we also taken around the school to see the hospital. We went through the hospital. We were also orientated around the school premises, the ICT department, the administration sites, and the whole lot. Now, from Monday to Friday, they told us that Mondays are for assemblies. Tuesdays were not assembly times. Wednesday, we go for assembly for worship. Thursday was inspection. Friday was off and on. So we didn't go for assemblies at times. We went for assemblies at times. You get it. And then Saturdays and Sundays were in part. So Saturdays and Sundays, we don't come to school. Closing times was 3 o'clock from Monday to Thursday, and then on Fridays it was 12 o'clock. Now on a Friday, we do sports from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. You get it, the form one. We weren't doing the sports that much because now Omunya and starts is we weren't having our SRC uniforms and having our sports dresses too as well. So we didn't do sports for some time. So now you go for 12 o'clock no. Yeah. And then the first week when we weren't having chairs. So we had to go and pick chairs from another class. Now we went to pick the chairs from the other class. Tell me why you went to pick the chairs. And then my military classmates asked us that we should go and pick chairs for people who weren't in class. First one, we picked chairs for ourselves. Second one, we went to pick chairs for people who weren't in class. After you came again to tell us that we should go and pick another chair for people who weren't in class again. And we're like,
what are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
no, this is the breaking point. We are not doing it again. And he said, he will punish us. And then we ran to the urinal. And then we said, if he likes, he should come there, come and chase us in the urinal. So this was what we did. Like this clip shows us making videos in the urinal, and we're like, up, uto, number two. Yeah. And then during our time, we weren't having laborers in the school, so we were sweeping the compound. Yeah. The civilians swept classrooms, and then we also swept compounds, while the soldiers supervised us because the military uniform where you wear it, you can't be doing some work. So it was understandable. We open school like this. We come to the school to clean up. Yeah, Juma. Cleaning your class. We were the ones sweeping the class, and then we were the ones also sweeping the compound. Oh, and own classmates, hey, but I don't know much. And yes, some kids, well, we started class the following week. So during our time, our uniform wasn't available that time. I think it took less than 1 month and some weeks. White and black, nah. And then our uniforms came. When the uniforms came, then we went for matriculation. So no band, not band the beyond also. We went for matriculation, and then we used the one band there to show that yes, we are now students of the school. Yeah, so this is the matriculation video. Yeah, this is the picture of me and then my mom and then my friends that day. Yeah. So this photo is a picture of me and then one military guy. Yeah, it was very friendly. Oh. Yeah, so we also had SRC week as well. SRC night. We had, I think, SRC program that night. I didn't go. And then they also organized excursion. I didn't go. Form 1, then I mean, like time went by. Form 1, I wasn't seeing top. I wasn't seeing the studies top. Like I didn't understand anything. Studies were very, very, very difficult. Some words were there and I maintained that. So I had to just adjust. We did presentations. We also did practical exams. And they also went for clinicals. Now practical exams, like the teacher would be standing there watching you doing your practicals, explain procedure to him, just say, I think from one day we were new, so me specifically, I wasn't concentrating, like I was confused. When Form 1 first term ended, I was like, hey!
Okay. All right. Okay.
Last one.
And coming to write exams, like I was lost. So Form 1 first term, we didn't go for clinicals, intra-semester clinicals. For after we vacated, that was when we went for clinicals. So you can choose wherever you want to go to. I chose 37 during that time. And then I went to work at 37. Hey! And I'm saying easy. And then for Form 1 first term, we went for 4 weeks. And then we stayed at home for a very long time because they said they were doing some renovations in the school, so we had to wait. So we stayed at home for some time. And then second semester came, we went for clinicals for 6 weeks. And then we stayed at home for a very long time. If you're school in the next year, the following year. Yeah, we moved to level 200, and that was when I started understanding the nursing very well, because that time, now yeah, I have made the friends. I now know some studies, like I now know how to like study, yeah, and pass and the whole lot. Yeah, during orientation, principal told us that you have to reach 1.5 GPA in order to go to Form 2. You get it? So Form 1 first term, you can get your GPA. Form 1 second term, they do like a raw score, like they accumulate all for you, and then you see what you had. So what kind of someone yeah, automatically you see yourself that maybe you are repeating or you are going forward. And during our time to self release, what they come to assembly, and then they say it in front of everybody that we fail here. Hey, yeah. So it was like gingering us to study. You get it? And then during examination times too, they were very strict. Hey, Messanya easy. But in all, I learned from it. Honestly speaking, I also learned that at the end of the day, when you're coming to school, it's yourself, and you have to also make sure that you study hard in order to be successful. Because if we are said then yeah, you come back home alone. Like understand that you come back home alone. Nobody will come home with you. So you have to make sure that you study, like you give all your best. Like you have to learn very hard. Join study groups. Make friends who will help you in your academics as well. Because the circle I got from Form 1 to third year, they were all good. Yeah, they were all very good. And then we learned. Yeah, we learned. Like almost say yeah, we are doing the graduation thing. It's simple, but it's not simple. You have to learn to reach where you want to reach in life. Yeah. And I know where I was coming from. So the reason I was a day student was that when I went to the school, I gained admission. My mom and I went to principal's office for our admission letter. Yeah. So we asked that, oh, hostel. And he said, oh, the hostel is full. For Form 1 is full. But then when you are going to Form 2 or Form 3, you can just apply to the school's hostel. And we're like, cool. So we asked that, okay, apart from the school hostel, do they have any other hostel? And he said, yes, they have private hostels. Yeah. So the private hostel principal asked my mom that, "Ain't funny yet." And your car said, oh, you're Tipokwasi side. And he said, oh, now Tipokwasi now person of school hostel. Oh, free fee nebra. And I told him about him. And then we're like, principal class into 50 rather now how hostel. And did you come for then. So I had to be a day student throughout. And then you can imagine we go to school 7:30 to 3 o'clock. Yeah. And then since we had assemblies, morning assemblies, and then at times when we close school, we have afternoon assemblies too. Everyone needs to me delay. Oh. Like when we close school, to me delay. Oh. And so we used to struggle with lawyers and like going home. And we also had a lot of fun. I had my hostel life too as well. It was so much fun because I was like away from home for some time. And like, I felt like the hostel people were feeling like feeling. You can study anytime, you can go to class anytime, you can do whatever you want to do, like anytime. You can sleep and then wake up and still go early and meet your assembly times. But since we were day students, we used to wake up at dawn, come to school very early, make sure you come and sleep your compound. After that, you come to class. After class, you close. And so our school too, we have break times. So we have first break and then second break. But I learned the degree people are saying they have 3 breaks as well. When you are late, some teachers would allow you to sit down. Some teachers too will let you stand outside. Yeah. And then our school too, you have to also be present in school every time as well. But yeah, I can't say I was in school like 90 days or no. some encounters back in school, what I remember. I think I'll talk about them separately. My experience in all was nice because I had opportunity to meet new people because I was like always in my shell at home. I have two personalities. At home, I'm an introvert. I barely go out, do whatever. But when I'm in school or when I'm open, like I want to make friends, I want to explore more as well. So that was me during that time. Then I got to learn more about life. It wasn't easy. Practicals alone can even drain you because I have some practical clips that I was doing some of the work and I can't even remember the procedures. Anxiety when it comes to practical experience, anxiety, like you can be nervous the whole day, like your first procedure. I know you should show. Hey, in second year we're asked to go to the hospital to pick patients and do case studies on them. Yeah, for now I'm just talking about a general experience, but as time goes on I'll do specialized videos. Yeah, I think that is all for now. So in a nutshell, my experience was mixed with happiness, sadness, adventure, and then it was worth it in the end because I made it, I passed, and I know you can also make it. And you watching this video alone will give you a motivation that in as much as we have different background, in as much as we are coming from far and near distances, don't let somebody like discourage you. Don't let anybody discourage you, because when I bought my nursing training forms, my relatives discouraged me. Even my friend who asked me to buy the 37 military forms discouraged me that I wouldn't get. And it's not easy, but then I still went ahead, followed my dream. Yeah, initially I didn't want to be a nurse, but then later I felt yeah, so that's how it is. Don't let people discourage you. If somebody tells you that protocol, tell yourself that you will make it. Just be determined. I know I was a day student, but looking at my distance, it didn't discourage me. I went, persevered, and then I conquered, and then I made it. That's the same way you also make it. And I think that's all for now.